unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Welcome back to the news at 10. Just in time for sports news, here's Ayotunde Balogun.
That's right. Swiss tennis star Stanislas Wawrinka says he is delighted with his stunning quarter-final victory over defending champion Novak Djokovic at the ongoing Australian Open. After the thrilling encounter, Wawrinka said he knew the only way to defeat his Serbian opponent was to stay focused and never give up. He will now face Thomas Berdych in the semi-finals, who earlier defeated David Ferrer in 4 sets. Meanwhile, Djokovic is satisfied with the early progress being made under his new head coach Boris Becker, despite his defeat at the Australian Open.
The Djokovic forehand, he's happy to get it in those sort of exchanges. He thinks he's got the better of him in that regard. In the minute the Djokovic changes it, goes to the backhand. Wawrinka's got that ripping cross-court backhand. So here we go. He's missed it.
Last year we finished really late. It was really tough, but this year I came back. It's a new year. I was playing really good. Tried to fight. It started well. I was not feeling wet in the beginning, but I tried everything. He's an amazing champion. He never give up, and I'm really happy.
Well, unheralded female teenager Eugenie Bouchard will be the first Canadian to play the semi-finals at Melbourne. Bouchard played with a sense of purpose and belonging on the big stage that eludes many more experienced players, and was rewarded with a 5-7, 7-5, 6-2 victory over Anna Ivanovic in the quarter-final match decided on Tuesday. The 19-year-old, who was proactive and played fearless tennis even in tight moments, will face the Chinese 4th seed Lina in the semi-final. In football, Ghana and Libya have booked their place at the quarterfinals of the ongoing African Nations Championship. Ghana defeated Ethiopia by a goal to nil, while Libya and Congo played a 2-2 draw in what was seen by many as a thrilling encounter. A brace from Hardy Benguia put Congo ahead in the crucial encounter, and it looked like it was going to be enough, but Libya fought back. Abdel Salam Umar pulled one back in the 75th minute as the North Africans began to push for the equalizer. They were rewarded for their efforts when Abdurrahman Ifetori scored in the 93rd minute.
Zorali. Ball now to Ganodi on the right-hand side.
Well, the Nigeria Football Federation, the NFF, says series of friendlies will be lined up for the female under-17 team, the Flamingos, ahead of the FIFA Under-17 World Cup in Costa Rica. The team at the weekend forced their senior counterparts, the Falconets, to a 1-0 draw in a friendly that will also prepare the team for the African Women Championship qualifier against South Africa. NFF Technical Director Emmanuel Ikpeme says the football house is impressed with the preparation of the team, hence the need to organize top friendlies to keep the young girls in shape. Coach of the side, Balain Kiu, is also impressed with preparations made so far.
Far beyond that, on the part of the Federation, we are having a 2-pronged training program for them before they leave for Costa Rica. First of all is the local friendlies that we've already scheduled that may commence next week. They are going to Bayelsa, Delta, and Rivers to play the Delta Queens, Bayelsa Queens, and then Rivers Angels. Thereafter, they will come to North Central and play the conference against the Nasarawa ladies. When they finish that 4, we are in touch with those African countries that have good youth women, football pedigree, like South Africa, like Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire.
I'm not okay yet, considering the fact that we are just 2 weeks old in the camp, and they just came back from the festive periods. So I will just maybe say they tried, but I know that by the special grace of God, we need to play more friendly matches, and we need to work more on our training programs to see that we step up their game.
All right, finally on sports news, the English FA has charged West Bromwich Albion striker Nicolas Anelka following his Cornell gesture in the match against West Ham United last month. The Frenchman, who played 76 minutes of his side's 1-0 draw with Everton in the English Premier League, was already under pressure after main sponsor Zoopla ended its business relationship with the Black Country Club. The Cornell action is alleged to have anti-Semitic connotations, although the 34-year-old has repeatedly maintained his innocence. Anelka has until 6 p.m. on Thursday to either accept the charges or state his intention to fight them. He faces a minimum 5-game ban under the FA anti-discrimination sanctions if he is found guilty. Well, that's all the sports news. The news at 10 continues in a moment.
Unveiling the new look of Guinness. Discover a colorful world of more.
Away from sports news, on the foreign scene, a team of internationally renowned war crimes prosecutors and forensic experts have found direct evidence of systemic torture, and killing by the Syrian President Bashar al-Assad's regime. Timitokwe Fagbemi has more details on this and other top stories on the foreign scene.
As the crisis in Syria continues to linger, a report by 3 former war crimes prosecutors says there is clear evidence that Syria has systematically tortured and executed about 11,000 detainees since the start of the uprising. The investigators examined thousands of still images of dead prisoners reportedly smuggled out by a defector. The report comes a day before peace talks are due to begin in Switzerland. Thailand's government has imposed a 60-day state of emergency in the capital, Bangkok, and the surrounding provinces from Wednesday to cope with the unrest ravaging the country. Anti-government protesters have been blocking parts of the capital to try to force Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra to resign. The measure allows for curfews to be imposed, for suspects to be held without charge, and media censorship. And it also allows for bans of political gatherings and for parts of Bangkok to be declared off-limits. Meanwhile, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov says European politicians are the ones encouraging violent protests in Ukraine. He warned that the situation in the country is getting out of control. Mr. Lavrov's warning comes after Ukrainian President Viktor Yanukovych on Monday cautioned that the violence threatens the country's stability. Staying on in Europe, a senior Italian cleric has been charged with laundering millions through the Vatican Bank. Monsignor Nunzio Scarano is already on trial and under house arrest on separate charges of plotting to smuggle 20 million euros into Italy. And finally, South Sudan President Salva Kiir Mayardit has accused the UN peacekeeping mission of acting like a parallel government in his country. In an address on national television, Mr. Kiir said the UN had only fallen short of naming the chief of UN mission co-president. More than 70,000 civilians are seeking shelter at UN bases across the country following an outbreak of hostilities a month ago. And that's the foreign news wrap-up.
And the main news again, the All Progressives Congress, the APC, and the People's Democratic Party lawmakers today revived a battle for House leadership. As Speaker Aminu Tambawal has condemned the action of the members. The President today sent a list of ministerial nominees to the Senate for approval. And President Goodluck Jonathan has arrived in Davos, Switzerland for the World Economic Forum. He joins 2,500 leaders from nearly 100 countries. And South Sudan's President Salva Kiir has accused the United Nations peacekeeping mission of acting like a parallel government in his country. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.